So, let's dive into the world of penis stretching, discussing what it means, the exercises recommended, and some of the safety guidelines.
Right. Right. It's definitely a topic full of nuance. What exactly are we looking at here in terms of the methods involved?
Well, there are basically two broad approaches: manual stretching exercises and device-based stretching. The manual techniques involve using your hand to massage and stretch the tissues, sometimes causing tiny micro tears that might result in a temporary appearance of increased length or girth.
Yeah, got it. And is the idea behind these micro tears that the tissue heals and engorges a bit more?
Exactly, it's like a natural healing process where the tissue might swell while recovering, making it appear longer momentarily. But the key thing is that the effects are generally minimal and often not permanent.
So, given that the results are temporary at best, how do these methods even gain popularity?
It's interesting, there's a lot of anecdotal evidence out there. Many men perhaps try these exercises to improve their self-image or boost confidence, even if the improvements aren't drastic. Also, some exercises like jelqing quite specifically focus on both length and girth using a sort of massaging motion along the shaft.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can you tell us a bit more about jelqing? It seems like one of the popular methods.
Sure, for jelqing, you form an O shape with your thumb and index finger at the base of your penis and then move along the shaft, applying mild pressure to encourage, well, blood flow and stretching. It's supposed to be done for around 20 to 30 minutes a day, but you really have to be cautious if it feels painful.
Definitely, safety seems to be a recurring theme here. What about device-based approaches like pumps and traction devices?
Yes, exactly. For devices, there are penis pumps which create an air vacuum that draws blood into the penis, resulting in immediate temporary enlargement. Then there are traction devices designed to gradually pull the penis over an extended period, often several hours a day, to possibly yield some measurable length gains over time.
Right, I see. I read that traction devices are more studied for correcting curvature issues, like in Peyronie's disease, rather than actually increasing length.
That's a good point. Evidence from research, such as studies from 2011 and 2013, does show that while there may be a small increase of about 1 inch in length with very consistent long-term use, the primary focus has often been on treating deformities rather than cosmetic enhancement. Exactly.
And did you notice that one study showed only about 1.7 centimeters gained using a stretching device? That's roughly just under an inch?
Yes, indeed. And it's important to remember that these gains are typically achieved through very arduous routines, something like 6 to 9 hours of device use per day over months. Not exactly a quick fix.
Now, while these methods might be interesting, there seem to be significant safety risks if not done correctly, right?
Absolutely. The article points out key safety tips. For instance, always do manual stretching only when the penis is flaccid, stop immediately if there's any pain, and don't overuse the devices. There's a real danger of causing tissue damage, bruising, or even affecting erectile function if done too aggressively.
True. I do wonder though, there's a lot of anecdotal evidence but very limited rigorous studies. Isn't that a bit concerning?
It is. And I think the article did a good job highlighting that most of these methods lack robust, long-term scientific backing. It emphasizes that if anyone has concerns, consulting with a healthcare professional is the right move.
Absolutely. Speaking of consulting professionals, what would be the advice for someone who's just curious about trying these techniques?
The recommendation is to start very slowly. For instance, manual stretches should be done in a controlled setting, either sitting or standing against a stable surface, and only for short durations, like once or twice a day for a brief period. And if they choose to use devices like pumps, you must not let the erection last more than 30 minutes.
Right, gotta keep it safe. Got it. And these precautions are really crucial to prevent any long-term damage, right?
Exactly. Overstretching or misusing these techniques can lead to significant issues like tissue tears, vein ruptures, or even permanent problems with erectile function.
Yeah, that's definitely a risk one doesn't want to take lightly. It almost sounds like the potential risks might outweigh the minimal benefits that are sometimes reported.
That's a fair point, and I would respectfully challenge it by saying that while some may get a psychological boost from perceiving even minor changes, the physical evidence just doesn't support drastic enhancements. Yet, for some, that boost in confidence might be worth the minimal gains if they follow safety protocols rigorously.
That's a nuanced take. It's a fine line, isn't it? On one hand, there's hope for improvement. On the other, the risks of injury.
For sure, and one must remember that every individual's physiology is unique. What might work, or at least seem to work for one, could be harmful for another. So, a personalized approach under the supervision of a medical expert is definitely advisable.
Right, absolutely. Now, going back to the devices, I've always wondered, would using a pump be more effective for temporary gains, while traction devices are trying to go for something more permanent?
Yes, that's the gist. Pumps tend to give you that immediate enlargement because they rely on drawing blood in. But remember, those effects are temporary. Traction devices are aimed at longer-term changes through consistent stretching. However, the research tends to show mixed results on permanent gains with traction devices too.
It's like, getting a quick fix versus a long-term investment. And consistency is key in both scenarios, right? I mean, one cannot expect dramatic changes with sporadic usage.
Precisely. Consistency is vital. Whether it's the manual exercises done just once or twice a day, or using a traction device for several hours each day, being regular is what might yield any noticeable effect at all.
Absolutely, that's clear. Something else that struck me was how much emphasis was placed on safety, like using these methods only when you're flaccid and stopping if there's pain. It really limits the risk, but also points to potential complications if not followed.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, you have to treat it with the same caution as you would any other physical exercise that stresses a part of your body. You wouldn't want to injure yourself by pushing too hard, right?
Exactly. And these safety guidelines aren't just arbitrary, they're based on documented cases of tissue damage, right?
Exactly, and the article really underscores that point. There have been instances where overuse led to significant injuries, such as large tears or even issues with maintaining an erection sustainably. It's a clear cautionary tale.
True, that's something to take seriously. So, if someone is experiencing any severe symptoms like swelling or a significant change in function, they should seek out immediate medical help.
Right, and that's non-negotiable. Any warning signs like intense pain, prolonged discomfort, or unusual changes should prompt a visit to a healthcare professional immediately.
Absolutely, no shortcuts there. It's a pretty comprehensive look at the topic, isn't it? On one hand, there are methods that might offer minor, even if temporary results. On the other, there's a strong reminder to err on the side of caution, especially given the risk of long-term damage.
Exactly. It all comes down to safety, realistic expectations, and making sure you're informed and ideally under professional guidance. I guess it's all about balancing the desire for physical change with the responsibility of taking care of your health.
Yeah, sounds like a balanced approach. I appreciate how this discussion makes it clear that while the idea of stretching might be appealing, the science behind it is still, well, not definitive. The focus should ultimately be on safe practices rather than chasing dramatic changes.
Absolutely, and that's the big takeaway. If you have concerns or are considering these exercises, talk to a doctor, follow strict safety protocols, and understand that the potential gains are modest at best.
Right, it's all about being responsible. Great chat, definitely an enlightening conversation on a topic that's not widely discussed, but very important in terms of safe practice and realistic outcomes.
Exactly, it's been a deep dive into the what, the how, and the why. Always good to explore even the niche sides of health with a dose of caution and a sprinkle of realism.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for walking through this with such clarity. It really helps dispel some of the myths and shine a light on best practices.
Anytime, it's always good to have these discussions. Let's keep promoting safe, informed methods in all our health topics.
Right on.